All right, we are live, and today we are talking about Umbrella Entertainment's November announcements. I am Aaron, the guy with the pineapple hat and the lemon shirt, and I'm joined here today with May to December Malcolm. How goes, my friend?
It's going good. I'm excited. I'm happy. It's been a good day so far with a lot of rain and a lot of good news.
There's some really solid announcements to talk about today, and we're going to look at a little bit of the history of Umbrella as well. Umbrella has been around for quite a while now.
And there might also be, in case people are happy to hear this, there might be some arguments
There we
coming
go.
up as well.
Fisticuffs, I tell you. Malcolm, fisticuffs.
Fisticuffs. I'm just guessing because that's what happens in these videos.
Do you know how long Umbrella has been around?
Morning, Chris. Well, because in they're Australian, I'm guessing they didn't go viral in other countries for a good amount of time. So let's say 2004. So let's say about 20, 25 years.
22 years. They've been around since
Whoa.
2001.
Should have guessed by DVD because most companies came around doing DVD, in the different countries.
Hey, Chris, welcome, man. Are you excited, Chris, about these announcements here? Because I will tell you right now, I'm pretty freaking excited with these announcements.
I was jumping up and down when you showed me.
Yeah, this is one of the very few times. Often Malcolm will text me and say, "Hey, there's announcements," and he'll send stuff to me. This is one of those rare times I actually got to send the announcements to you. Yeah. But it was interesting. I kind of want to get right into this, and we'll come back to the other stuff after.
Let's get to it. Oh, here we go.
I am actually super excited to talk about these announcements, and we'll go through them one at a time.
Yeah, it's 5, isn't it, altogether?
5 altogether. You'll be able to see the comments better than I will. So
okay, I can read them.
See something and I don't, please.
Okay, we've got a couple here. Chris Sloan says, "I'm excited for any physical media announcements." I think that's very positive.
It is extremely.
I love to hear that. I love to see that because physical media isn't dying, but it's always good to get more physical media.
So we've got 4 announcements.
And last comment, just so we don't miss it. Filmwatch says, "I just added Eyes Without a Face Criterion XD to my Amazon wish list with LOL."
Welcome, Film Watcher. And we'll start off with Time Crimes first. I only have the good thing about these, Malcolm, is the ones of these that I do have, I only have on DVD. So upgrade is a strong possibility for these here.
A pop upgrade then.
So I'm loving the look of this one here. Look at this cover.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Are you a fan of the film?
I don't think I've seen it.
Oh, really? It's really worth seeing. I think you'll like it.
Okay. Is it old or is it fairly newer?
2007, 2008, somewhere around there, I think.
Oh, it's possible I might have seen it and forgot, but I'm going to go with I haven't seen it. Just hey, Keggy.
Welcome, Keg.
And Filmwatcher says, does this mean Criterion can get a 4K of Eyes Without a Face for an American release? More than likely.
They can. Will they? Down the road, maybe. And probably yes. But will Criterion have this? Have the swag? We'll see. I've got the original DVD of Eyes Without a Face from Criterion, actually. So for this one right here, if you bought from the Umbrella store, because what the Umbrella store gives you a lot of stuff. We're going to be looking at some of those big-looking releases because Malcolm has a few of them as well. So it comes with a 48-page book, man. We get a custom artwork with a rigid case. Inside that case, we get a slip case, 8 art cards, as opposed to most companies that do 6. An A3 reversible poster, limited edition numbered release. I love me some numbered releases. I'm actually big on that. A whole bunch of archival stuff, commentaries, like interviews, all that type of stuff, documentaries, short films, as well as a brand new interview with the director himself. And for those that are wondering, we got a 5.1 stereo and probably a 2.0 mono sound here at a 1080p. It's an original language, of course. It's a Spanish horror film with English subtitles. And it was 2007, so I was I said 2007, 2008, so it wasn't too far off. With the 185 aspect ratio. Oh, I'm here. We'll find out if you know. I will read you. This is what it's about, dude.
All right, let's do it.
A man on the run from a relentless killer stumbles into a mysterious lab, accidentally triggers a time machine, and sends himself back an hour. Suddenly finds himself entangled in a nightmarish loop where reality blurs and terror reigns. A naked woman, unconscious in the forest, a cloaked stranger with a face covered in bloodied bandages, a disquieting hilltop mansion, and Hector, a man whose curiosity threatens to unravel the very fabric of time. Each of them pieces of an unpredictable jigsaw puzzle where every moment ratchets up the suspense, and every twist plunges you deeper into a web of fear, drama, and mind-bending intrigue. Who is the murderer? Who is the victim? In time crimes, nothing is as it seems. Have you seen it?
Nope. I've not seen it, but I will see it now.
It is definitely one, guys, that I am super stoked about. Very tough talk. Yes, it actually is.
Nice. Then you can't go wrong with it then.
I am very.
No, I don't think I've seen it. I would have known, obviously, because it seems to be one of those ones that would stick in your head.
It is. So let's go from there to another unboxed set, but one that I know a lot of you guys are excited about. Eyes Without a Face. Look how beautiful this 4K Blu-ray combo pack is, guys. It is absolutely stunning. Let's look at this artwork here. Look at that.
Exciting. This is something I might order.
Nah, you gotta remember what you said. We got a 48-page book with essay by Stephen Thor, Nadine Whitney, and Jack Sargent. Original poster artwork rigid case. Original poster artwork slipcase. 8 replica lobby cards. An A3 reversible poster. Limited edition numbered release. 4K UHD. Dolby Vision feature film. Oh, it's got the Dolby Vision. New audio commentary by writer academic Kate Ince. I'll go with that. Ince. New video essay by writer Dr. Lindsay Hallam, and a whole bunch of those featurettes that were on the Criterion release, like the Paris Slaughterhouse documentary.
Why do you think that's on the BFI release?
It's on the Criterion release as well.
So it probably is then.
Yeah. So but we got a new audio commentary, a new video essay, and I don't need to read about this one because everybody knows Eyes Without a Face. Yeah,
everybody's seen Eyes Without a Face, surely. It's a classic. I've seen it, Keg. I saw it many years ago, and I also bought the BFI one recently. Like, we're talking about, like, I think 4 months ago, because I was going to watch it again.
So you don't need this edition?
Nah, I need this one. I'll get rid of that one.
Yeah, no. I think you're good. You're like, yeah, you're
No. I need this one.
Cause it's sick to work to watch us. Alan, congratulations. Don't let your boss watch this video.
Oh, Alan, take to my voice for this time. Yeah.
Alan's a
when
rebel,
this stream goes live, Alan, you've always got a call sick. Oh, he's not sick.
I am super excited about you. You know, I'm jealous of your releases, all those like umbrella releases you got. We're gonna look at those, talk about those a little bit in a second.
Well, I've got more than this, guys, but these were the ones I got out. Just so you know.
We'll show them in a second anyway. Kind of remade.
Still Not Living is great as well.
You know, here's the thing. Eyes Without a Face has been remade so many different times. Really think about it. And we've got a second box of Exploitation Rarities with a favorite of mine interaction.
Lady Stay Dead, right?
It's not maybe not people when you think of it. It's Exploitation Rarities Volume 2, 1988, 87, 82. It is gorgeous.
It's not you, Malcolm. It's we. It's in the UK. Okay, we.
We got a 48-page book, rigid art case, artwork, of course, 8 poster cards, 2 8x3 reversible posters, limited edition numbered release. On Desolation Angels, we have a new audio commentary from the director and cinematographer. We've got a new visual essay there as well from your favorite visual essayist, Stephen Vag.
Yeah.
The Vag is back.
The badge is back, and it's getting all sweaty.
We got 1987's Coda. We've got a new audio commentary, a new interview with the cinematographer, and a new interview with Liddy Clark. And on what actually, this is a favorite of mine. Actually, 13th Floor. I actually really like 13th Floor. We get a new audio commentary with the writer director, a new audio commentary with actress Lisa Hensley, and a new audio commentary called a new visual essay, Women in Pearl, with historian Andrew Makeda on. And I'm all three of these films interest me.
Same man.
But the 13th Floor is the one I remember the strongest out of these three titles.
Yeah.
We're looking at some really good titles here. I love the way that they do these exploitation rarities.
I wonder what they're going to do because they've done 2 so far.
It's the interesting thing is, and I can say this, and I know other people have said this, so I'm not going to be the first person to say this, is when it comes to, I think it was probably Siskel and Ebert that talked about this. When it comes to Australian filmmaking, there's something different and something special about the way that they do a film, and a lot of it has to do with it. When you remember the movie Wake and Fright?
Yeah,
brilliant film. Australia itself, there's a great pride with the land and where they are, to the point where, unlike you'll see some films where they try to pass themselves off as somewhere else, often in Australian films, the land, area, nature itself,
it's the canvas basically
is really it's another character in the film. Hey there, Rafe. And it's brilliant to see stuff like that.
Yeah, and
you can always tell when a director's come out from Australia. Look at Peter Weir, for example, who did some incredible films. He did stuff, of course, like he did The Last Wave. He did Picnic at Hanging Rock, and went on to do things like Witness, which is one of my favorites. Probably one of my top Harrison Ford movies.
Yeah,
just such a brilliant film. And Witness, it could have been just a regular thriller, right?
Yeah.
But it really takes that time to kind of get into the Amish, like where they are, the living on the land, the culture and stuff like that. Whereas I think a regular Hollywood director may have surface leveled it, where actually makes it a part of the story.
Yeah, that makes sense. Makes perfect sense.
And this is what I want to talk about. This is going to be more conversation right here.
You need to move the comments over for a minute so we can see the video properly.
Oh, what you say?
I see you need to move the comments over a bit and back over so we can see it more zoomed in on the picture.
All right. So you can see the picture a bit more.
Yeah, that's better.
All right. So this is the Fright Box, the Full Moon Fright Box. We have seen Arrow Video do extremely well with the Empire box from the pre-Full Moon. Now they're doing a Full Moon box set from Umbrella. It's about time Full Moon got its flowers.
Yeah.
However, let's talk about the choices that they chose. So we get a 48-page book again, like we do normally with these here. Custom ridged case. Each title comes with a slip case, which is a pretty incredible itself, with custom artwork. 4 poster stand-up counter displays. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
2 A3 reversible posters. Limited edition numbered release. We got a new audio commentary on Dollman. New interview with Charles Band. Full Moon University. The Video Zone story. Let that sink in. To a lot of us, to people my age especially, Video Zone, the very first special feature that we were given. It was VHS. There was no DVDs at the time. You want special features, this was the special feature to go for. You got a Full Moon release. You waited till the movie was over, and you waited. You waited. You didn't need Marvel to do like to wait for that like cameo, a little extra scene. No, we waited after the credits because we knew a video zone was coming, and those things were frigging amazing. And to see an actual feature done on the video zone story, that's incredible.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mind blowing to me. Next up, we have Demonic Ties with 2 brand new audio commentaries, not just one. A interview with the creature sculptor, and a new interview with Charles Band. I know you're shocked. Now, I should say, like, as of like these 2 releases right here, I haven't gotten down to the other ones yet. These both have their original Video Zone episodes included, by the way.
Which is awesome.
They all do. We get 2 brand new audio commentaries again. For this one, a brand new interview with Charles Band for Dollman versus Demonic Ties. And Demonic Ties 2, we get a brand new audio commentary and a brand new interview with Charles Band. Let's talk with these 4 here. I want to know your thoughts on these, on the titles they chose.
Well, it's because they're the Dollman and Demonic Toys movies, right? So they've put them together in the set.
Do you find it a little unusual that this is chosen for the first set, considering they're
not really, because I feel like Puppet Master would have been like, I feel like everybody probably owns Puppet Master or seen Puppet Master. So True. I feel like that's a good kind of like second volume, but it depends on what they're doing. Like if they're going to do 5 movies or if they're doing a whole set. Because if they are, then I think this is the way to go, kind of like to start off. Do you know what I mean? Because I mean, I would rather buy this than the American releases or the UK releases.
I think that they should keep with like stay away from like if you want to do a Puppet Master set or a subspecies set or a transfer set, let that be its own thing. Keep these here releases for some of the stuff that we don't normally get. Keep this for the Meridians of the world, for the Lurking Fears, for the Dollmans, for the stuff like that. Keep Evil Bong the fuck away.
Yes, get Evil Bong. Everybody needs to see Evil Bong. I'm so proud to have that cigar box of Evil Bong. You have no idea.
It is actually, I'll say right now at this point, without giving too much away, this is becoming my favorite. We are going to do a video like reviewing like the ones that we've been using. Yep. Looking at the free version.
I like the background. The background does add to it.
Yeah, looking at the free versions of it and looking at like the features that are offered if you go to the next level and see if you really think it's worth it or how they tier up. Rank them. Give me a ranking for these 4 films, man.
Okay, for me, I would say Dollman, then Demonic Toys 2, and then maybe Dollman versus the Demonic Toys because I don't remember that one as much.
I hope that was ranking from best to worst, not worst to best.
Oh, that was best to worst.
Okay, I was gonna say I'm used to seeing rankings from worst to best. That's why I was kind of like, "Are you serious?" For me, it's I don't remember Demonic Ties 2 very well, so like put that in consideration.
Blasphemy.
But I will put. So I'm gonna put last just because I don't remember very well. And in 3rd place, I'll put Demonic Ties. I'll put Demonic Ties versus Dollman. Then I'll put Demonic Ties, and I'll put Dollman. I think Dollman's like should be number 1 spot there. It's Tim Thomerson goodness, right? 13 inches with attitude. That's the that's the tagline for this one right here.
I like all the stuff that comes with this one, and I think the set I actually like the out of box. Actually stands out more because it's actually very different to what you normally get.
You're going to love this set then, Keg. I think that, when you look at releases like Keg often asks on here, am I going to, I'm going to continue to buy, what films I'm going to continue to buy if I'm going to buy films? Am I slowing down? I am slowing down. But if there's releases that I want to buy, it's these type of releases. This here is the type of stuff that I still want to see on my shelf, that I still want to see coming into my house.
Well, look at when you went to Paris and you bought Inside. That's similar.
Exactly. Second Sight, I think, is, and we talked about this before, so I can talk about this on here now. I'm going to mention it. I'm actually going to bring this up on the screen. We're going to remove that for a sec.
Oh, there's somebody behind you.
What Ooh, did Grizu like photobomb me?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to say this. Are you ready for me to drop a hot take?
Oh, for a second, I thought you were going to say an F-bomb. I was like, oops.
I'll drop those anyway. So you're ready for me to drop a hot take on you?
All right.
Umbrella Entertainment and the releases that they're putting out are the best out of any releases that are coming out right now from any company. I put Umbrella over Vinegar Syndrome. I put Umbrella over Criterion at this point.
I can tell you've got some alcohol in your drink.
I do not. I honestly think that Second Sight is the closest, and Severin is there. Like when I see, because I look at now and the amount of money that we put into these releases, they're not cheap. And I feel that if I'm putting up my money for something, like there's times I just want a cheap, regular, bare bones, whatever release. I just want the film, whatever. But if I decide, okay, this is a film that I want enough to have an ultra amazing, incredible release of it, then please go out all the way and show me all the bells and whistles that you can. And people do it in different ways. But I think that at this point in time, no company is doing that better than Umbrella. And Second Sight is the closest. Super Mario is the release to beat. And Second Sight is the closest to that with their Dawn of the Dead release. Those two releases are incredible. There's been so many great releases that have come out, so many different things that have been in them, so many different ways that they've been done. I just love the way Umbrella has gone and brought themselves up. But I'm gonna.
Well, why don't we say when you say like the Umbrella thing? Because people are going to say, "What about Severance?" Emmanuel said, "What about this?" You mean like one single title?
Yeah, there's Severance put out a bunch of great titles that I think are on par, are amazing on a regular basis. But that's not Severance go-to. They do great stuff, and when their boxes come out, they're going to be doing box sets like no one else.
Greatest release ever. This beats any Umbrella or Second Sight. This right here, look at that.
Yeah,
incredible.
It's just blows my mind. And I would buy that for $5. But for me, like when you look at something like a Mario set, when you look at a set like Bully, when you look at some of the sets that they put out, and we're going to see like just how big some of those sets are in a minute. I'm going to show you some original Umbrella releases. Then I'm going to get you to show how far they've come as a company.
Can I just say my quick debate on your Umbrella announcement thing?
Of course, that's what it's all for.
All right. Well, I'll just say this. I think Umbrella is one of the best in the game right now. I think if you want a single title in the best kind of possible collector's package, or even a movie set like the Demonic Toys and that, depending on what it is, I think they're phenomenal. I, however, think that they've got the unlucky part of being in Australia, so it can cost people a lot of money to import or maybe get from other people, especially considering web store exclusives.
Yeah.
Do I think they're a great company? Yes. Do I love their releases? Yes. Do I think that their prices are fair? Yeah, I think so for the most part. I mean, the Mario set cost me probably about 85, 90 quid. That's not bad considering what you get in it.
Oh my God.
I could probably get double that back if I wanted to sell it at some point. I won't, but But I do think some of the releases are a bit overkill. And I think it depends on who you are. Like if you're looking, I'll give you an example, right? Something like Houseboat of Horror. Right? Depending on who you are, you're not going to want that, or you are. So, but what I will say is I do agree with you that they're one of the best. I don't think they are the best, but that's my own personal opinion because I don't think Vinegar Syndrome's the best either. But I think it's all dependent on what you want from it. Like for you, you might want to read that big book in it. You might want to, put those art cards on the wall. You might want to put a poster on the wall, depending on who you are.
Well, you know, I'm a big reader, so that's like part of the reason, right?
That's what I mean. So there's more to it, especially considering behind the scenes featurettes kind of things. But if you just want the movie, I think somebody like Signal One is perfect for some people because you can get their titles for $5 on sale on Blu-ray. But it's all dependent on who you are, basically. But yeah, I do agree with you. But they are one of the top. A lot better than Second Sight.
We'll do like every year. I do like a report card. We'll near the end of the year we'll do a ranking. We'll do like a ranking of the companies
because we did one last time, didn't we?
We did actually. Welcome, Sammy. I think Arrow won last year, didn't
he? Sammy.
I mean, there's some great releases there. Start your own boutique Blu-ray 4K company. What type of films would you release? I don't think I would be releasing one type of film, as opposed to I would be releasing films that inspired me, I guess. There's a film critic in Paris, and he was given his own label, like his own sub-label, to release films that he liked on. And he released a wide gamut of films. So for me, as you know, I like I like my slashers and all the type of stuff too. I like my film noir. There's weird movies that you'd be surprised are like high on my list of films that I just that I love and I go to a lot. A foreign release that I like. I was a massive fan of Tempopo, and I watched that movie like over and over again. So there's certain films that really stick with me. And even though they've gotten releases and may have gotten like boutique label releases before, I think that I do releases, and my focus would be bringing people in from around, not the critics, like not the academic critics, but bringing people in from the podcast and from YouTube and stuff like that, so that we get a grassroots, grounds level look at cinema. That's how I do it. There we go. So I hope I answered the question. Okay, I hope that's a good answer. I'm going to show you some of the early Umbrella releases because I used to work with Umbrella. I do not anymore. Any Umbrella I get costs me. Even these cost me. We've talked about this. So first,
customs charges.
Malcolm's favorite film.
No, don't show that. I told you. You show that, I leave.
That when he sees this, he's like, I can't watch this once. I got to watch it double. I got to watch it twice. Watch it. To this day, with the amount of Tempopo, I love Tempopo. With the amount of nudity and sexy women in this movie, the fact that Malcolm does not like this movie is utterly baffling. It really is. Every skeleton and Melanie Griffith are nude in this film. And I'm like, are you serious, man?
If I ever come round your place, I'm going to find that film and destroy it.
You would be buying me every copy available. I'm a massive fan of Craig Watson, and one of my favorite actors, Lane Davies, has a very small cameo.
Boy, that always trash, Kege.
Now, see, Kege knows how it is. Kege, there you go. You're getting cool points, man.
No, it's not the indicator. It's the Umbrella release.
It's the Umbrella release. This is all Umbrella stuff here today, Maddie. Umbrella also did more recently a label called Sunburns Screens. And the thing is, I was probably the one person really pushing Sunburnt Screens out of everybody. And who did they stop sending them to? The one person that was pushing this label.
Always the way.
Nobody talks about it, but me. That's true. Actually, very few people talk about it. Here's one. You should love this one.
It's Malcolm.
It's a wonderful film. Have you seen this film?
Yeah, many years ago.
Brilliant freaking film. And by the same filmmaker, from its same director. The Big Steal, which again is incredible film with Ben Mendelsohn. Love that movie.
I have the top of movies, Alan. I own them on Blu-ray.
I actually used to. I got them on DVD. I've got a couple of their Beyond Genres releases here. So these still do these. And they are done with their own special slipcover. There is, I gotta cover that. Possession.
Oh, I've got Possession right here.
There is, of course, Child's Play. This came with a. Do I have it there? Let me just see. Let's check a second. And Heavy Metal. And those were special because those came. Hold on a second. I think I got it.
I agree with you, Raf. There, Deep Cover and Romeo's Bleeding are two great movies. I'd love to get them on 4K. Is Malcolm about to go is simple? If it isn't, then it should be. Heavy Metal. Oh, that's what's that. Yeah. What was that in? I saw something like that, but came with it. Maybe it was one you own.
Child's Play had one too. I got one for Child's Play. It's over there, but just didn't bring it over. Well, Malcolm is about. Yeah, he's like. I guess maybe I guess I test on the spectrum at least, but he's really smart when it comes to certain things. And
every Malcolm's on the spectrum, just in case people wonder.
I picked this one specifically for Malcolm, by the way.
Nice, good.
What's really neat, Maddie, is like just before I showed this, we could hear a drill upstairs. This is one of the
Anyone with senses is superior to anything Body Double can give you.
The Room of Senses, Empire of Passion. The one that came before this was, of course, Sex and Zen.
Empire of Passion's all right. I ain't seen that one in years, but I saw the In the Realm of Senses recently again on Blu-ray for Criterion.
And before they did the Ozploitation box sets, there were the Ozploitation classics.
That's a brilliant documentary, by the way.
Yeah. If you're going to get into Ozploitation cinema, this is the documentary you watch. You watch this because this is your map for Ozploitation films.
Yep. I recommend that. My cousin saw it originally, and he recommended it to me, and I watched it, and I thought it was phenomenal.
There is so much greatness in here, and I rewatched this so many times. I gotta make sure there's no nudity on this one. Yeah, okay.
Also, just so people know, there's a lot of extra footage that wasn't there, but goes on a lot of the other Umbrella releases.
See, I bought this release, the North American release of this, but this is the one that I got later on.
Was that the DVD only one?
No, it's the Blu-ray.
No, I meant the North American.
Yeah, DVD only for North America. They have the Laws of Gravity. I don't have Laws of Gravity actually. But this had like new. This had a new. This was the first time it actually got like a Blu-ray release. So this was the first 10 release of it.
I want to talk about the Alvin Purple films.
We will sometime. Actually, there's a whole bunch of new features on there as well, and interviews and all this stuff, including interviews with Mr.
We're getting to Australian. Alvin Purple.
Alvin Purple. Did you like those?
Yeah.
They're okay.
I like them. I like Melvin, Son of Alvin as well. The classics.
The classics for when they were. For me, they don't hold up. I like them back in the day, but that's me. I'm being honest. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna like blow smoke and say like, oh yes, they didn't hold up for me. There's certain like I got the Emmanuel set. I love the Emmanuel set. I would never get rid of the Emmanuel set. That being said, do I think every Emmanuel set holds up as well as every other Emmanuel? No, some of them don't.
Especially if you watch them close to each other and you compare them more.
Vinegar Syndrome and Bigfoot Drive-In DVD. I don't have that one, but I do have a lot of Bigfoot movies in my collection.
Oh, by the way, guys, I don't know if anyone knows this, but at the minute on Umbrella, they have a $5 DVD sale.
Any good ones?
Not really. They're all basic ones. There's some Australian ones on there, but nothing big.
These are some good releases. Now, but what we want to see, and what I think people want to see my regular, boring releases. They want to see some of your sexy releases. I want to see some of Malcolm's sexy Umbrella releases. So let's show them.
They didn't release a sexy edition of Body Double in one of these. So what does that tell you, huh?
Yeah. Yet. They're waiting for the 4K. And just wait. Malcolm will buy it.
You know what the sad part is? I probably will. They are releasing the 4K steel book, aren't they?
I think are they?
Yeah, I think it's in America.
Oh yeah, the American. Yeah.
All right, so the first one I got is Last Wave.
Beautiful,
this
fantastic. That is an amazing cover. Can I see how thick
Yeah.
that is? Can you like turn it to the side? Pretty good, actually. Like second sight level, a little bit bigger, actually. Are you a fan of The Last Wave? Have you seen it?
No, I've never seen it. I'm going to open this because I got it recently. So I'm going to open the cell so we can look at the inside.
So for those who have never seen The Last Wave, it's Peter Weir film, and it is a wonderful film starring Richard Chamberlain.
I'll buy
It's
that for
got
the
this
dollar.
brilliant, like so many brilliant sequences in the film. Like they're like Richard Chamberlain's a liar, and it deals with like dreams and kind of like dream magic. It's a wonderful film. Back in the day, Siskel and Ebert actually half liked it because they thought it was too conventional of a film. But Last Wave is anything but a conventional thriller. Oh, that's a brilliant release. It's a 4K.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was 4K.
4K with a Blu-ray.
Oh, that is brilliantly sexy.
That's crazy, but that's a clear plastic.
I like that actually. I really
It comes
dig
with a poster. Let's have a look. Double-sided.
Yeah.
So it comes with that poster. That's there's reversible cover inside as well.
There's an amazing sequence in the film when
Oh,
Richard
no,
Chamberlain
isn't.
first meets the original guy that he'd seen that his wife had seen at his house, and he's there in the kind of the interrogation room, talking to him as a liar, and he said, my wife saw you, so I got to ask you. He says, who are you? Who are you anyway? And the Aboriginal guy just looks at him and says, who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Over and over. It's a freaky sequence.
Apparently my video is inverted backwards. No. They stuck this so hard in the thing, but look, it's bent. I should have asked for a replacement.
Wonderful film with Richard Chamberlain. I love Richard Chamberlain. I think he's a fantastic actor. It's a phenomenal film.
A lot of art cards here. Or lobby cards kind of thing. Because they're more lobby card replicas, aren't they?
Yeah, they did go with 8 rather than the normal 6. You guys are getting to see like The Last Wave. A wonderful unboxing. What a beautiful like hard box. What a wonderful slipcover.
Let me just put this over here for the minute.
It's very much like most Peter Weir's films are slow burns.
Yeah.
Especially his early stuff. This is definitely the definition of a slow burn, kind of in the way that do I have your note? Have it anymore. The Picnic and Hanging Rock is as well.
All right, here we go. So we got Hercules Returns.
That is a brilliant fucking cover, man.
You like it?
Yes, I do. What are they doing with their? This is so not the norm.
This one comes with, because I haven't unsealed this one. I'm not gonna, because the way it is, it's got a 48-page bound book, a collection of behind-the-scenes experiences and art, custom designed outrageous slipcase, custom designed slipcase, and get this, they made it so you could technically cut it out if you wanted to. I don't know why anyone would want to, so you can put it on your face, like.
It's just so. From what I've seen so far, it's like we're not looking at like just regular poster art or just some kind of. It's really different artwork. I'm not a fan of that release. I'm not gonna lie. That's the shot on video horror one, right?
I got the one when I got this. It came with a pin as well. I don't know why I bought this movie. I honestly don't, because it got released on Vinegar Syndrome through their umbrella thing.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know why I bought this. That's why it's still sold, because I don't know why I bought it.
It was one of the hype. You got caught up of the hype.
This one is sealed because I've seen the film before, and because I got it just as I moved.
I still have this Last Wave on DVD.
So that's why this one's sealed, and that is Possession 4K.
That is gorgeous.
Right.
That is a thicker box too.
It is. Second sight. Did they announce it already, or is it coming soon? One or the other.
I think so.
I have to be honest. To me, this is a classic.
It is a classic film. The performances in that are extremely bold. They take a lot of chances.
If Alex was here, because Alex swears by this film, if he was here, He'd be typing all stuff in there about and everything. He's a massive, massive fan. Me, I think it's one of those films that sticks with you, and there's so much to say about different things.
Oh,
And
there's certain scenes in that film that you see. Films like that, films like The Last Wave, those type of films, those are the films, my friends, that we do this for. Because these are the films that you go and you talk about afterwards.
yes,
That we don't get that a lot anymore.
so
In an era of
that's
like,
what
I
I'm-
love my Marvel movies and my DC movies and all this type of stuff, but they're fun, right? I love my slasher films; they're fun. But there are films that when I watch them, they stick with me,
yeah.
and I'm talking about them. Here's a controversial one that some people didn't like, some people loved it. It was in between. Me and my better half, right after we started getting in 4K, picked up the movie Mother, and sat down and
The
we
Jennifer Lawrence one.
yeah. So we sat down, we watched it, and we didn't say anything afterwards. We were like, okay. And the next day, we're going out to get groceries, and we're driving in our car. We don't pay cars. And we're going there, and we're quiet for a minute. And I look at him, and I'm like, about Mother. And she says, yes, yes. And we start this massive conversation that goes through the rest of our ride. We go get our groceries, we get back in, we start talking again. We're talking about it and the different, like how it affected us, what we thought,
and what the meanings and
for the rest of the day. It's like, because I'm like, this is such a, this meeting is so, it seems to be so blatant, yet it flew over so many heads. And I found it kind of like really, really shocking that so many people are like, I don't understand. I mean, like it's really there. It's like, it's blatant. But we conversed about it. We talked and we discussed and debated, much like when I saw Murders. I talked about Murders for days. And those are the type of films that make.
Well, it's like I always say. It's like I always say to people: look, 95% of cinema is forgettable, right? That's why we don't hold on to it in our heads unless we really love the movie. And sometimes we can love a movie just because it's forgettable. Like I love Enter the Ninja, right? But it's not a deep movie. I love it because of the fun aspect, the silly aspect. But is it a movie that I would say to people, this is one of those movies that sticks with you? No, of course not. Because that's a personal thing. Something like Possession, something like Variety Lights, they stick with you.
It's true. I mean, I love my Friday. I got the Friday 13th box set, and I've noticed recently on the Shout Factory one, Screen Factory one, and recently online, everybody's talking about it again. Like it's getting it's getting noticed again. It's getting a lot of love, and that I love that because I love those films. And Friday 13th forever. Hashtag Friday 13th.
Yeah. Raph, sorry to cut in there, Alan. Raph are releasing Dead Man shows, so in second sight.
But it's just I'm a lover of cinema. I'm a lover of film. It's what I love. It's what I study. And Malcolm is much the same way. We've got our favorites, our favorite genres, and our favorite films, and our favorite throwbacks. But it's also wonderful to be able to look at a movie and be like afterwards, I guess a great way to mention this, because you showed Last Wave to Peter Weir, is when the test screening for the producers for the Peter Weir film came out. Oh my God, don't tell me Picnic Hang Rock. I just lost brain fart for a second. One of the producers, after the film was over, threw his cup. He says, "What happened? Where's the answer? You gave us a mystery, and you didn't give us an answer to that mystery. If you've never seen Picnic and Hanging Rock, no spoiler alert here. It's about some girls go missing, and the mystery to that story is never given. It's not meant to be given, because Picnic and Hanging Rock is not a movie about a story. It's a movie about mood. and it's a mood that that grows throughout the film. And when films can do that, when films can transcend a regular narrative, those can be wonderfully brilliant times. They can be shitty, like in A Violent Nature, which tries to do that. And I think I get why some people like that film now. So I'm going to watch it again with that in mind, because I really think that although I'm not liking or enjoying that film, I think that's what they're trying to do. I think he's trying to Peter Ware, Malcolm. We'll talk about this with Jose, and we'll do a video on it. The slasher genre. Is he successful? We'll get to that in another video.
I think you're grasping. I think you're grasping there.
I think a lot of people grasp, but that's we'll get to that. It's like something we'll talk about. Let's not spoil that video.
No, of course not. But you know, I think it's like, okay, for instance, I'll give an example, right? In the Asian cinema concept, right? You could watch a whole load of things like, I don't know, like Mafia.com, Young and Dangerous. I love those movies. But movies by Wong Kar-wai, like In the Mood for Love, you see such a different element of pure cinema. You
It's
know,
like
and
any Uzu film, man.
yeah, exactly. But you know, I'm talking about more recent. But yeah, if you want to go that far back, yeah. It depends on the VHS, Matty. It has to be. There's different VHSs, different prices. Are they generic? Are they ones that you don't see often? Are they this? You can't just put any number on it, sadly.
There are events that are specifically for VHS selling, and there are. If you go online, especially on Facebook, there are VHS collectors groups that you can check out. That I do recommend that you look into, because there's a lot of VHS collectors group, and they take their VHS collecting very, very seriously. Trust me, I've been in a couple of those groups.
Yeah, they get very angry if you say wrong prices and all sorts of stuff.
They do get very angry, actually. Oh, I would totally watch that. 10 Commandments and CGI with Christian Slater. I am so. Oh, that sounds like that does sound like.
When
something
did that come out?
He said, "I'm not sure. Can you?" But that reminds me. Did you see that Pinocchio movie?
Are you talking about the Guillermo del Toro one?
No, I'm talking about the one with Pauly Shore.
Oh no.
Oh, dude.
Oh, Last Umbrella one, by the way.
Oh God, I'm so jealous. That's the book, isn't it? That is the actual book it's based on.
Yeah, that's the actual hardback book. Because I've got this and I've got kids. So kids I can't find, but I've got this one. So it's funny, it's shameful, but I've not actually seen Kids or this movie.
Really?
The reason I bought these was because Alex said you have to watch them.
Alex is right.
I picked them up.
Because here's the thing. People say, well, I feel so bad. So many people talk about this movie, but I haven't seen this movie. But instead of thinking as like, oh, I haven't seen this movie, think like, okay, I get the chance to watch this incredible film that so many people have raved about, and I get to see it now for the first time.
Yeah.
There's so many films, man, that I would love to be watching again for the very first time.
Yeah.
Which makes one of the things that makes me super jealous about like a lot of the younger people getting into cinema right now. They have so much to discover.
Yes. And very deep cinema at that.
Oh man, and Larry Clark does some great stuff. Do you have any copy of Kids at all?
What's up?
Do you have any copy of the movie Kids at all, or do you just haven't been?
No, just the Blu-ray one, but goes with that one because I have the Umbrella one.
Because they're very different, like release. So Bully is the one it's based on a true story. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, I know about them.
Oh yeah, great film. You'll like it. You'll like it a lot.
I got Kids because me and Alex were in CEX and he picked the DVD up and he said, "Amazing film. Have you seen it?" And I said, "No, I've never seen it." And he was like, "What?" So when they announced it, Umbrella announced Division ages ago, I was like, "You know what? I'll pick it up on your recommendation. If I don't like it, I'll just throw it at you." You know.
Random question. Do you ever see Skins?
Yes.
Serious?
I love that show. The
You love
first
it?
couple of seasons I really liked.
Imagine if Skins was way more brutal. Welcome,
Oh well,
kids.
that sounds like my type of film.
So, kids, that's you're gonna like it now. If you like, did you like Skeet?
Yeah.
Well, imagine Skeet was way fucking more brutal. Again, kids. And they were and they were actually like younger audience like in some of those roles too, young actors in the roles too. So it was
Because
very
Rosario Dawson's in one of them, isn't she?
yeah. See, here's the thing. It was considered at the time. Larry Clark was, he got a lot of flack for doing those films. They were like, okay, you're showing kids and like kids doing this, but this is what kids were really like. When I was growing up, this is what our life was really like. It wasn't Happy Days. It wasn't a sitcom. No, kids right there, they were getting drunk, they were doing drugs, having sex.
Yeah.
That's what happened. That's what happened. That's reality.
Yeah, getting really terrible positions.
Yeah. Hopefully not everybody, but
I watched one of his films. I watched one of his other films, Martha Girl.
Yeah. Did you like it?
No, I hated it.
Hopefully I like kids. I really like kids.
But then it's different time. I mean, by that is these were made at a different time than those movies, and a lot of people didn't like that movie either. So,
I've not seen Long Legs yet. I hear great things about it though.
I can tell you about Long Legs. I haven't seen it, but I've spoken to a few people that have, and they've said that it's incredible, and it's up there, as people keep saying, with things like Silence of the Lambs in a way.
That's why
keep saying it. So.
Well, it's Oz Perkins that did this one. For the son.
He's done a few.
Yeah, for me, when I think Oz Perkins, you know what I think right away, right? Dead and Breakfast. I automatically go to Dead and Breakfast. Frigging love that movie, guys. That's one of my favorite. Like, that's a comfort watch for me. It gets to the part with Zach Selwyn as a zombie. For those that know, Zach Selwyn was he's a singer, and he was on G4 a lot. He was in like Attack the Show and stuff like that. So if you're a geek like me, like a tech geek, you probably watch Attack the Show. So he's the band. His band is the band in the movie Dead and Breakfast, and he's got the sequence where this truck comes up, and they're playing the song "Come to Kill You," which is kind of like a country kind of grassroots bluesy type of rap. Wonderful.
Okay, you're saying you have to see it in the cinema.
Dead and Breakfast. Well, I wish I had. The Long Legs. Yeah, no, I probably won't get to see it in cinema because I don't think it's going to get here. But if I could, I would. I think it did come here, but it came here in French and without an English subtitle. So I could, unfortunately.
I'd rather watch it in Hindi, to be honest. I loved watching the Lord.
Eventually, well, for certain films, the good thing is I have a large TV, not like.
But do you have surround sound? Do you have mood lighting?
Well, I do have mood lighting. Yes. Well, no, actually.
Do you have a popcorn holder and drink holder, and you have somebody come in regularly with a torch, saying if you've actually paid your tea, you're not doing anything?
Here's the thing: anytime I watch a movie, this is what I recommend, guys. Anytime you go to watch a movie on at home. Take your phone or your whatever device that you normally have on you, put it over somewhere. Don't have it beside you because you will be looking at it no matter how good the film is.
You mean unless you're watching something like Fairham?
I think that it's just the thing with society nowadays. Do I remember Attack Show before it was called Attack Show? Yeah, I remember before the two channels merged. Because then we had the guy on there like doing all the tech advice.
Well, today's a prime example. I was watching two movies today, and things kept happening on my phone, and I was like, and there weren't even messages. It was like Facebook pop-ups.
Yeah.
It was notifications of things
Apple
telling me,
News,
"Oh, look, this is back in stock."
So I find it important, like that to keep, because even in cinemas, like they say, "Well, turn off your phone now because don't be that
People
jerk."
rarely do that.
Oh God, I know. If
I get bored in the cinema, sometimes because I have my backpack with me. So if sometimes I unzip it, and if I'm bored in the cinema, I put a video on my thing, normally of women doing stuff, and I'm normally looking at. Well, I've got one eye on the screen, one eye on that. And normally I'm happy.
You ever like get into somebody? Ever get into an argument at a movie theater?
Oh yeah, but years ago, somebody kicked my chair.
I hate that.
multiple times, and I said to them, "Can you stop doing that, please?" And they didn't. So I got up and literally yelled in their face, grabbed hold of them, pushed their friend back, and said, "Either stop it, otherwise, when this film ends, I'm going to take you outside. I'm going to make you both cripples." So yeah, that shut them up. They were kids. So, but yeah, I get very angry very easily in the cinema or that. And you know what I hate about going to the cinema? I hate when people have popcorn and they make that noise and they're like,
Screensavers. There we go.
oh,
I think Maddie heard me say
ooh.
it.
Yeah. You know, but yeah, it happens quite a lot. When I went to the last cinema with Alex, the film was played okay and they didn't fully go on the screen properly. But boy, I tell you, the people would not shut up talking halfway through the movie.
They wonder why less people are going to films nowadays. And
I prefer watching films at home.
Like when you're looking at nowadays, you have like massive TV screens, surround sound systems, like 4K like players and stuff like that. You know, and you're like, oh wait a minute,
the price. Don't forget the price.
Yeah, well, just go to a movie. We were lucky in that we had a drive-in theater in where we lived. So
if you go to a drive-in theater and you actually watch the movie, there's something wrong with you.
No,
because I don't think I could ever go to a drive-in theater and not get it on.
Well, I'm an adult now, so I can get it. I don't have to go to a drive-in movie to do that. So.
Yeah, but there's just something about it. And then the movie, you want to get out of the car, you want to lay her on top of the bonnet or on the bow, or in the back in the
Usually that one is like cars with kids, like such. No,
well, if the kids are there, then you put a blanket over their head, and you say, "Don't mind the noises." You get on, then you pull the blanket off.
Don't you know? That's how Blood Rage happened, man. If people listen to you, Blood Rage, you're the reason Blood Rage happened.
It's true. It's true. Cinema for certain films is must. I do agree to an extent. I do agree.
Like to see
I think certain films need to be like a prime example is Mad Max. I believe that's a film that really should be watched in the cinema.
Which one?
The Mad Max movies. Not that bloody Thunderdome one, but like the newer ones, because the way it is. Same with Star Wars. I think Star Wars should be watched in the cinema. I think more epic kind of movies should be watched in the cinema.
Stuff like Once Upon a Time in America and the Sergio Leone stuff. Like if you get a chance to see those in cinema. When Django Unchained came out and they did that special screening for that was pretty incredible. So that's what
Stuart Little. That should be seen in the cinema. I cried watching that in the cinema.
Casper. Oh, you did. Okay. I did mention that actually. I did say screensavers.
I think the problem with cinema now, it isn't the fact that cinema isn't worth the time, because it is worth the time. My cousin's very lucky because he works at a cinema. He can watch most of the films if he wants on his own in the screen, because he has to test some of them. Make sure the video file has the right thing and stuff. But when you go to the cinema, the experience isn't always the best, especially when you think about how much it can cost. Like if me and Donna went to the cinema, and good thing she doesn't like getting bits other than outside the cinema because of ridiculous prices. We're looking at £15-18 maybe. So half the time it's like, should we just pick up a film and just watch it together? But if it was a film that I feel it's important, then I'm more likely to want to. I'll tell you one that I thought was important to watch in the cinema: Bohemian Rhapsody.
I know you're joking. Apparently, Maddie's having an argument here with me. I'm missing it.
What's he arguing about?
I know he said I didn't mention screensavers. I did mention screensavers. I just said hello and Malcolm was talking. I didn't want to talk over Malcolm, dude. But
he was like, this is what he said. He went, screensavers, shut the bloody hell up. Or screensavers. Hey, Darth Sidious, I like an outfit. Yes. Darth Sidious likes to sit there and he likes the, the people next to him like this.
What's that movie where they said, like, you watch the when I watched movie, it was in Feel-O-Rama.
I don't remember that.
It was like
I remember being said.
Yeah, it was one of those skit shows where, like, basically skit movies where basically he's getting slapped in the face and stuff. Like, they got the usher behind him, and
I told you, didn't I?
At the end of the
I told
skit,
you. I told you that time ago. Didn't I was watching Saw 5 in the cinema. I was on my own, and it's the bit where Hoffman is in the glass thing.
yeah,
and everyone's back getting crushed. And I actually jerked off in the cinema watching that. I was on my own, right in the middle. Oh, right as he did it. Most inappropriate moment ever. Like, blood spurting. Can you imagine if somebody walked in?
that is it's disturbing. Anyway, so basically, the skit ends with, like, there's going through the whole thing, gets slapped in the face, gets water thrown on him, stuff like that. And it says, now coming up in a few moments, our second feature, Deep Throat. And he runs out of the theater.
Oh, was that Kentucky Fried Movie?
Yes, that was the Kentucky Fried Movie. Which is a fantastic film.
It's because that bit where you said about the deep throat bit. That's how I remembered.
I think Maddie's upset because of it. Are you upset, Maddie?
Oh.
Just being honest, dude.
I'm going to hold back what my response would have been to that. It would have been a joke, but, I don't want to offend anyone.
But, where were we? I got distracted.
Darth Sidious. I can offend Darth Sidious. We were talking. I'll tell you what we were talking about. We were talking about how, because you're such a fanboy of Umbrella, but you like to go out in the rain with an umbrella and sing the Umbrella song.
Yeah, Rihanna, right? Do that Rihanna. Because you can picture me right now doing the Rihanna dance, right?
I could imagine you doing that. That's what we need to do. I need to get an AI song with video made of you singing Umbrella.
I've done a dance before. Hey, Brian Goes Blue, welcome, man. Just got that was nice. Winnie the Pooh 2
mine still.
That is a gorgeous looking set, by the way.
It takes forever.
I know you're not a fan.
Where are you, Brian?
I would.
Brian, where are you in the world? Because I haven't got mine yet. Mine ain't even shipped.
Yeah, I think I saw it on your. Is that on your Instagram? Because I know I got Brian Goes Blue on my Instagram, so.
Oh God, mate! It's like now I'm a joke. Awesome. Oh,
dude, don't take it so seriously, man.
Yeah, chill up, mate. We're only messing around.
I'm a very big fan of that.
No, it isn't one of your favourites.
I love Sarah from Screensavers. Yes, there we go.
Why does everyone keep bringing this up? Oh, Town Florida, okay. I just wondered if you were in Australia because of, getting it. Because I've got some stuff pre-ordered and I'm waiting. I'm going to ignore that card. After this chat, I'm going to put Darth Sidious on block.
Darth Sidious have great taste.
No, he doesn't.
Anybody that likes the incredible Body Double has great taste.
No, anybody likes Body Double is going to be on my Punisher list when I go mental.
Favorite films, by the way. Not even joking on that one. Like, you think I'm joking, but I'm not. Like,
I don't think you're joking because I know your taste, so I don't think you're joking. Oh, I don't need kid gloves. I just didn't want to hear about H2 anymore. All right. I didn't mention it. I didn't mention Halloween 2 at all.
Yeah, no, we didn't talk about that. Oh, I thought you meant about the screw attack thing. No, dude, I actually I said it really low. It's okay, you didn't hear it. It was a bit of a joke.
I said I won't talk about it anymore, and I haven't.
Screensavers. I love Screw Attack too, though. Oh man. Anyway, I'm a big geek for those channels. Before Tech TV went over with, I thought it was going to be the big thing. Obsession is another fantastic film.
Obsession is brilliant. I like Obsession.
I like Obsession. I like it.
Passion's awful.
I like it better than Vertigo. Hot take again.
Since limited box sets aren't easy available anywhere. Can't get this now. Oh, I hope you got the discount. Because after you buy from them, they give you a 25% discount. So if you don't know that, Hopefully, they still sent it. Alex!
Alex, welcome, man. We actually mentioned Possession, which apparently you're a big fan of.
I just want to say, Matty, that you don't have to worry. The only time I'd probably bring up Halloween 2 now is if you were in the stream and I could joke with you about it, because I feel like I should joke about it with you if you're, if you're there, like you said, like to respond kind of thing, because it is harder in comments. But I don't want to crack a joke or that in case it does come off as offensive to you.
He's right with this right
I
here.
know I'm not wrong about Body Double. I'm right about Body Double.
What are Umbrella releasing? Oh.
How can you not know?
Dude.
You're supposed to be on top of this. I talked about you, Alex.
Everything from this incredible full moon box set with Demonic Ties, Demonic Ties 2, Dollman, and Dollman versus Demonic Ties, to this amazing Eyes with a Face 4K release.
I've said yes.
This incredible Eyes with a Face release. This looks so sexy.
Yes, I want that set.
I want alone time with that set. Time Crime, 2007 like thriller, which I really enjoyed. And their second Ausplantation Rarities, Volume 2, which has the 13th Floor, Coda, and Desolation Angels on there. So got some great stuff coming from there, Alex.
Oh, just so people know, because I'm not sure if people in the thing have seen it. Indicator have said, but they will, as far as they know, for the next few years, they will not be releasing any of these Australian exploitation movies, because it was asked. So you're safe if you're an Indicator person.
Very important thing to say. Thanks for that, by the way, because I had no idea. That's important to know, especially if you're collecting that stuff.
Yeah, because I know some people would hold off because of that. Lady Stayed Dead in the first set. I know that was originally released by Co-Red. I had that release. It's not a bad movie.
I got the Umbrella release of Snapshot, which my dad actually, I think my dad got the Indicator release of that one.
Which I've got a 4K of that now.
It's a fun film,
films, by the way. It's good.
My style of trucker hats. I'm more like this, but I do like, I'm a hat person anyway. Like Malcolm says, I buy too many hats.
You do buy too many hats. To
be fair, this hat was €1.
But saying that, if you buy too many hats, I buy too many Vinegar Syndrome shirts. So, yeah, you see, it's a smart man. He's okay with it, but he doesn't think it's the greatest. That's how we're able to communicate, because it's awful. I hate Body Double.
How can you not like? I have to ask you then, like in all seriousness, like what don't you like about Body Double?
All of it.
No, there has to be something, like something that takes you.
I watched it ages ago. I watched it when I first moved back to the country again. I didn't like how it felt like it was all over the place. I didn't like these surreal moments in it. I didn't like the main star in it because I thought he was a turd. Right. And I just didn't think it was that exciting. Now, maybe I need to watch it again.
You do.
Maybe I need to see it under a different thing. Maybe that day I was stressed out. Maybe,
watch it with me.
Watch
it sometime, maybe.
Oh, I'll watch it with you then. I'll watch it with you. Sometime when we get together, we'll watch it together. Because that might be more fun. Because I can tell you right now, when me and Alex watch Night Swim, right? If I watched it with Alex, I probably would have had a lot more anger towards it because it was a terrible movie. But it might be more fun. I do need to watch it again.
For me, one of the things I love about Body Double that I also loved about a movie came out much later called Shiva Baby. And
Shiva Baby's a masterpiece.
Yeah, there's a sequence Shiva Baby
of anxiety.
With anxiety, which is it's like a horror sequence within this kind of dramedy film, right? And there's a sequence in Body Double where he's running after this guy, and he has he has claustrophobia, but he's going to this tunnel.
I remember that thing. And he comes out of it, and the woman's there. It's
a very real, very raw, very much like Shiva Baby got to me. But with that scene, that scene got to me because it was shot so well. Okay, this is when they shoot it like what it's to give you that feeling of what's actually like. Then it much like here we go circular here, right? Much like if you're watching an early Peter Weir film, and it's more about mood than story. In so many ways, Body Double is so much more about the mood of the film than the story.
Yeah. Actually, Alex is right. My copy of it I got from Orbit DVD actually stopped working halfway through the movie.
That's a good idea, you know.
No, do not watch it on Patreon.
Patreon
Or I
rewatch
got forced to watch it.
that. I don't know, man. That could actually make for a good Cisco Nero.
I don't know why Dove says even say that because it's not on your Patreon.
We got to get him out of somehow.
Dove said, yes, if you want to watch me watch something, you have to join the Patreon. Now you said that.
What's
You know what? Dragon Lives Again. Having watched that multiple times, there are there's some positives here, like weirdness, you know, like the Emmanuel, you know, Bond thing, Popeye with Eric Sang. They're fun, but yeah, it's not a good movie. It really isn't.
How much you spend on umbrella? See, initially I started buying umbrella releases because I find them on Amazon, and eventually, thanks to a friend of mine from the channel, Jamie, again, directed Urban Legend, he got me in touch with Umbrella, and because he knew the guy at the time that was working with the acquisitions and like the behind the scenes public relations Umbrella. So Umbrella started sending me stuff. However, because it was from Australia, what happened then, unfortunately, Alex, is I got hit with customs every freaking single time. So I ended up paying more to get review releases than I would if I bought the films. So it'd be like, okay, we're going to send these movies. It'd be great. And then I get to, they're like, oh, by the way, I get a card in my mailbox. Anytime you got to pay something in Canada, you don't get the movies. You get like a card in your mailbox. And you yeah. So you go, you pick it up, and you don't know most of the time until you go up there, like how much it's going to cost. And I'm like, oh, this is $80. I'm like, but this would have been like $50 if I bought it. But but that happened to me every time. But as far as like putting in the money into this type of stuff, who's got the most expensive releases? That'd be Malcolm by far and large.
By the way, Alex, I haven't spent anything today. I really want Eyes. I really want Eyes Without a Face, and I really want the exploitation set.
But you're saving.
But I haven't bought anything. I haven't bought anything. I'm trying to be good. I've got this whole thing in my head now about I need to save. I need to do this. I need to do that. Made promises to Donna, and I don't want to break them to her. So I'm trying. I might get Eyes Without a Face at some point, and I might get the exploitation sets, but I want to do that maybe after reaching a certain thing, so that it's like a reward to myself.
So what I'm going to do, I keep saying this. By the way, just so you guys know, like before, if you ever want to like support the channel or support us, either of us separately, in the description thing down below, we got our Buy Me Coffees down there. I'll put Malcolm's down there, mine's down there. You want to, feel free, no pressure. Help us get some umbrella releases.
Yes.
Which you can unbox and show on the channel. That's what we got to do. We'll put like an umbrella releasing on our Buy Me Coffees, right?
Well, I've got on mine, it says I need a brain transplant.
That's not the transplant thing that I saw that he had there before.
Oh, no. Originally it was to get the enlargement, but now because I reached that goal, it's a brain transplant.
But what look is sexy, Alex? That's the thing. What look is sexy? We want to spend time in a room alone with your Eyes Without a Face release. Also, to answer Keggy's thing about being waited for, I'd knock one out. I've done that multiple times while streaming. Here. First observation says a limited number. Only 1,000? Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Or just a hard box edition. I like the fact that Umbrella puts out standard editions of things as well. So if you don't, much like Second Sight does. So if you miss out on the hard box edition, if you want to go hard, you go soft.
Hey, look at you!
What? I said nothing. I was being honest. I'm just taking a sip of my drink. What is your favorite umbrella release that you have, Malcolm?
My favorite umbrella release probably the Korean ones. Probably Chaser and what's that other one I've got recently? Chaser. The one coming, the JSA one.
Body Double. My favorite release is Body Double. Body Double is the greatest umbrella release of all time. Well, thank you, Malcolm. Thank you for that.
No. No. You muted me to do that.
I don't know what you're talking
That's
about.
evil. Oh yeah, I do have faceless, Matty. Good, I enjoyed it. Stiff or
Yeah,
flimsy, that is
there
your
you go.
choice. Well, you know, obviously Aaron's drinking it stiff, so
Drinking it stiff.
yeah. Yeah, I was at Facebook will probably get a 4K from BFI, I reckon.
It's amazing
Because
how
their
many
release
films.
wages are fair, aren't they, recently? So they probably will.
It's amazing how many films like Eyes Without a Face kind of influence, like movies like Faces. There's so many films. Ugh. A lot of them with Dr. Orloff in them. There's such great releases, and I have to say, Umbrella did Malcolm like his time in America? He did like his time in America. I think you liked America, right?
Yeah, I did. I like my time America with Donna, but I hate the people.
Would
I'm
you?
gonna be honest. I'll be honest. If somebody said to me, "Here you go. Here's the match to saving every country from every disaster ever, just to be protected," I would say, mm-hmm. But no, in all seriousness, I liked my time in America with Donna. The problem was when we were over there, I couldn't really do much because one, Donna was looking after her sick mum. And then by the time Donna's mum passed away, Donna wasn't really capable of driving much anymore. So we kind of ended up isolated. One of the reasons why we moved back. You know, I wanted her to feel safe. America is very dull. I agree.
What
The
are
people
some of
there are very weird.
your favorite places that you lived at, Cake, or that you at least visited? What's your top place, Malcolm? What's the top place that you've ever visited?
My top place I've ever visited in the world
Yeah,
would probably be London.
I can't say anything bad with that. I love London. I'm a massive fan of London.
Alex is going on about Umbrella's releases, and you know, I think the problem is, to be fair, with Umbrella releases is they're worth the money, I believe, but at the same time, it's customs charges if you get too much.
I've never been to
Afghanistan.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I hear it's a real party over there.
North Korea, man. That's
Fireworks.
pretty central.
Oh, really? Is it?
No.
Can we hear you say that again? Can we hear you say that loudly? Because I think
North
there's going to
Korea?
be a knock on your door in a minute.
No, I mean, I'm a big fan. Well, I like everywhere that I go, man. I like to travel. I just love to travel. I really love to travel. I think
You know, I like
for
traveling.
umbrella releases, like because of the shipping cost, that it really makes it worth it if you're buying a large amount or the larger sets. Because then when you get them in the shipping costs, that's when it's worth it. When you get them and friggin' Mario set comes out, that's worth it. What else? What is it? Actually, I got to check again because I don't remember because there was different smell between of course, when Charles playing the heavy metal air freshener.
If I was you, Matty, I'd try not to think about that, to be honest, for the time being. I know it can be a bit of a scary thought, but there's not much people can do about it at the minute.
Very clean.
Hey, good on you, Alex. I'm glad that you got the good news you've been waiting for. In case people want to know, Alex has been hired as a male Chippendale.
It's got a very clean smell to it.
Nice.
So the heavy metal one, of course, there's a 4K set as well. This is the release from. I love the artwork on this.
Does it have both of them in it?
No. The good one. That's the good one.
The good one.
Well, let's be honest. There's Dan right there.
Nice. That looks a bit like your character on Conan if it was a woman. If it was a man, not a woman. Oh, hello, I like that.
Grab that.
Perfect timing, but will it get here in time? That's the question with the weekend.
I love the fact that they do them much like those old like arrows used to do, where they have on the inside you don't worry about the art.
Yeah, I like that.
Feature-wise, helps if I read right set up. Feature-length rough cut of the film included audio commentary on the rough cut, bonus feature audio. Carol Masick reading his book Heavy Metal the movie. That's actually kind of cool. Imagining heavy metal making of documentary. Neverwhere landing scene deleted sequences. Alternative framing story deleted sequences with bonus commentary. So a bunch of stuff on there.
Lovely.
I snuck into this movie by the way when I was a kid.
No, I'll tell you what was a big influence on me, KG, animation-wise, was Ninja the Wonder Boy. It came out in the 80s. It isn't officially called Ninja the Wonder Boy. It was called it over on VHS. I think it may be in America. But I found the TV series of it recently, online, only in Japanese. No subtitles, nothing, which was gutting. But it brought back so many memories of the movie. And I was like, you know what? I really need to revisit that. And why hasn't it been released anywhere else other than on VHS?
I mean, there we go. So I type things where you finish before I get that. Rock and roll, heavy metal for you. I love rock and roll, but I like heavy metal slightly better. The Canadians have heavy metal is pretty strong, man. Like the entire cast of heavy metal, like voice cast, is pretty much Canadian. It's pretty much SCTV. John Candy's doing the voice of Dan. You got like Eugene Levy and guys like that in there. But yeah, I grew up reading like Heavy Metal magazine and like National Lampoon magazine as well. I remember having that issue with the dog. If you don't buy this issue, the dog gets it. But I did used to have Rock and Roll on VHS. I don't have that anymore. Did that ever get a good release? If it did, I don't have it. Did you have Rock and Roll? It was like this really cool, like animated one done back in the 80s.
I've seen that years ago, but I don't own it.
There's so many good releases and good films there. Such cool stuff that I want to see released. Do you have an animated film that kind of stuck with you, like really got you?
That's what I just told you.
The one, no, the ninja one.
Yeah,
that'd be the one that actually really stuck, like as the one that the highest influence. Okay. No, I was thinking like for me, like not my favorite, but there's a Bakshi film. With the different like eras of like people growing up, and they're all musically talented. It's American Pop. And that I heard. So
that's mine. I think about right.
Okay, so it's American Pop, and so basically every generation, like it looks like they're going to become famous, and they all get like tragedy happens to them until the last one, and then we hear about made me cry. This movie made me cry. Talking John Cannon was the Canadian version of SNL, SCTV, Second City Television. Second City Television, SCTV is on the air. It would start off with the announcer saying SCTV is on the air. Then you would see an area in Toronto with a high rise, and everybody would be throwing their TVs at the window. It was a brilliant show. It starred. Did you ever see SCTV, by the way?
No.
We got John Candy, Joe Flaherty, Eugene Levy, Martin Short. We had, of course, Rick Moranis. It was a massive, talented cast, and whereas SNL just dealt with a lot of like, politics and like, stuff that was there. SCTV dealt more with TV. It parodied television itself to the point where, like, because SCTV, what they are, they're a small, like, local cable network. And we see the behind the scenes, but we also see the shows that are going on SCTV. So we'd see them do like parodies of like famous celebrities and stuff like that. But they would also do parodies of, they have their own kind of like their local shows. Like their one character was like this kind of schmaltzy comedian called Bobby Bittman. If you've ever seen a movie called Strange Brew, which Bob Nug McKenzie, that's from SCTV. It was basically
that makes sense.
What happened was in the United States, in Canada, so SCTV for a little while went on NBC in place of SNL 1 week a month. So in the United States, there's more commercials than there was in Canada. So when they were showing it in Edmonton, there's a couple more minutes that they needed because there's no commercial for that. So Canadian TV is very big on like Canadian content. And they're like, can you put some, we need a couple more minutes. Can you put some more content in there? And he said, okay, we can put an extra skit. He said, no, you got to make it Canadian. You got to make it really Canadian. So, okay, what are you supposed to do? Like fry back bacon and drink some beer and put on toques? That'd be fantastic. So they did. And that's where Bob and Doug McKenzie come from.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
To the station.
When the Wind Blows is a classic, by the way, KG. I was going to say another animation that affected me when I was growing up was The Animals of Farthing Wood.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
You should look it up. It had 4 seasons, and at times it could be very disturbing. There was a fox, badger, other creatures or other animals, and the snake was so horrible they literally killed one of the characters in the show. I remember to this day collecting the VHSs off of a magazine as a kid every month before they cost a ridiculous amount of money. It was just one of those amazing shows that stuck with me. I was shocked the network released it on DVD.
There was one that I watched about gnomes. There's these gnomes. And it's supposed to be a happy ending, but it's most like traumatizing ending because like it's this, there's this couple. They're like a couple. They become a couple and stuff like that. And at the end of the
Romeo and Juliet.
No, like they die and become trees.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, this is the end of it's a kid show.
It's romantic.
No, it's like you're like it's so depressing.
They get entwined forever in the tree, forever.
I know, but I think that's what they meant. But I did not take it that way. I was like, God, this is depressing. That sounds horrific. Like, oh no, I'm stuck here.
Too deep for you at the time.
I'm like, I like your pictures, like, and then, what happens after like the screen? Like somebody comes along and pisses on him, right? He can't move. Oh, it's burning me.
Oh God.
Jerry Todd. Jerry Todd was the character by Rick Moranis, which kind of predated like VJ, like the VJ, like the Much Music and MTV VJs. He had, which was a very much like, I'm Jerry Todd, and he had this like, it was a very smarmy character, really cool, very different.
That's cool though.
You if you haven't seen it, you really should look up this CTV. It's got some really great stuff.
Yeah, I'll have a look up. I'm sure they're on YouTube, but bits of it at least.
One a lot of Canadian stuff. Okay. Before we go, because this has been a really fun video. It's been dramatic, exciting. We've seen great announcements.
I've heard about bad movies as well.
Yeah, and then we heard about good ones like Body Double.
No.
And Malcolm admitted finally on here that on camera that Body Double was one of his favorite movies of all time. But just
no, I did not. I did not. You muted me.
Surprised. I mean, it was so surprising.
You muted me. That's so annoying. But you can't unmute yourself.
It's like I'm slightly offended, Malcolm. I can't believe you do think I do that.
I know sneaky tricks
are. But what makes these videos fantastic, aside from getting to hang out with Malcolm, which is always a fun thing to do, getting to hang out with all you guys are incredible, and love doing these videos here with you guys. So as always, like subscription Sloth would say, I don't have many or so. Like, share, subscribe, do all that jazzy stuff. It's a lazy time of day.
I will, Matty.
And slide into your DMs. There you go. Get some sex. We're going to see some sexy OnlyFans from like Maddie and
mate.
And Malcolm.
That's what
Eminem.
Up to.
Eminem. There you go. Eminem.
Eminem, getting it on.
All ended up. Anyway, my name is Aaron. I'm the guy with the pineapple hat. This is
Malcolm, and I'm the guy with the weird face.
thank you guys for joining us, and we will see you again here next time. I'm loving Restream. Actually, it's so far it's a bit of a win.
Don't forget the other announcements tomorrow.
Oh, I did forget that. Yeah, that should. Let's hope they're good. So let's hope we're a comeback.
Let's hope they're really good.
Let's hope we're not like bitching, like they do with the Eureka announcements. So, guys,
I'm sure we will be.
we'll see you soon.
Take care,
Pro
guys.
announcement 4K